Welcome back to the second episode of the I3O Podcast. This is no longer a cast project. We will not be doing this as creatively.
I know.
Today's topic
is Emma.
Emma is today's topic.
Emma is today's topic.
Well,
So let's talk about her style first.
Emma Eriksson is a model student.
I completely agree.
Andreas.
Any comments?
I don't know the binomial theorem, Nicholas. What are we commenting?
Anyway,
You see,
moving on to the
by
next
her facial
topic.
expressions, you can also see how model of a citizen she truly is.
You can tell she really doesn't want to be on the podcast.
You can tell.
It's almost like she said it beforehand.
No.
No, I don't think so.
But she-
I wasn't paying attention anyway.
Yeah, me.
Anyways,
No.
let's next topic. Apples.
¿Quieres una manzana?
This is now a Spanish 101. Welcome to the new Spanish 101. Sí, me gustaría una manzana. Por favor.
¿Quieres? Aquí tienes. Solo una.
Ahora me he quedado con todas las manzanas. Porque le he
Eres
robado
un ladrón.
le he robado las manzanas a la misa. Y ahora me quedo yo con todas. Por lo tanto, a la misa no le queda ninguna. Pero I don't want apples. Now moving on to the next topic. Why are you dropping your Polish nationality?
Well, there's many reasons for that. However, one of the main ones, I don't want to become a part of 300,000. I just don't think it's the right move for me.
No, it wouldn't be the best career path, you know,
Yeah,
to be
it wouldn't
accidentally
be.
shipped into the military.
So, anyway, it would not be my preferred career path to take.
Yeah,
To become enlisted in the Polish 300,000 army.
I wonder why. Anyways,
Next topic.
So you're getting your Norwegian nationality,
Yes.
citizenship, whatever. Yeah. Do you have to take a test for it?
No.
Or why? Because you
Well,
went
I'm
to
not
like.
18 yet. And I went to Norwegian school. And I passed it.
Okay. I see. Do you not have to take the test if you're not 18?
No.
Oh.
Well, it depends. If your parents have it, then you don't have to.
Oh, okay. My parents don't have it.
No. One of my parents.
They don't
have
even
it.
speak Norwegian.
Oh,
not even
that kind of sucks.
Yeah. So I might actually have to take the test. But I went to the Norwegian school for
Yeah, so should
quite a few years.
So should
Anyways,
So anyway,
on to our
summer
next
art
topic. Today's a bit of an
challenge.
unscheduled podcast because
Yes, indeed.
we're improvising.
1 equals 1.
Meow, 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 meow,
Now
meow,
write
meow.
your...
So moving on to our next topic.
And it's
Summer art
Um,
challenge
just write
2020.
out.
Are chairs real?
No.
And I think this is an interesting conversation.
K squared
And it's one I want to record, in fact.
equals blah, blah, blah.
I completely agree. This one. we
How
should
would
have.
you define a chair?
Now
It's an elevated
now consider...
field
okay.
or an area designated for humans and animals alike to sit on.
Okay, you know what
However,
to do here. Let's see if you can...
designation doesn't really matter because the intention of something is irrelevant to the actual existence of that thing. Therefore, to say something is meant to be sat on doesn't
Okay, so you know
necessarily
what to do.
mean it is
No,
that
this
thing.
is wrong.
Do you
I
catch what I mean?
suppose it's true.
Like,
it's bracket K plus
If
1.
I say my
You
chair,
have K
like
squared, right? Then plus K plus 1
my
brackets,
like
right?
the sofa over there
This
is
is-
meant to
Because this is before
drive
this, right?
Yeah.
and is
Now,
therefore a car. That would not make
doesn't
much sense,
this-
would it? Because it still doesn't drive. It's still just a
Exactly
sofa.
like this.
So I feel
Oh,
like
so
the
then you
intention
do-
doesn't really matter. However, looping
you
back
need
to
to
your
write it
point,
right
an
at that
elevated
point. Yeah, so
um,
1.
an elevated surface
Yeah.
sort of for animals and humans to sit alike. Wouldn't that make a table a chair?
It
Or a
would indeed.
mountain a chair?
It wouldn't be. But if you really think about it, they both are chairs.
Are they though? Because when I sit on a chair, I'm not thinking, oh wow, I have a mountain under me. I'm thinking more so I'm sitting on a chair.
However, I
This is
think
5
I
over
know
2.
exactly what makes
Why?
something a chair and what
Why is this
doesn't.
5
Okay.
over
It's the relationship
My bad.
between
I can't
the
write.
sitter and the chair. So,
How
for
so?
example,
2? Yes.
right now I am sitting on a
This
chair.
guy.
That's not true.
It is.
It isn't.
Because I'm sitting on it. And if I sit on this table right here,
Yeah.
this table now becomes my chair. Meaning
But
that,
that is evidently not
meaning-
true.
it is true. The definition of a chair is an object that's being seated on currently.
Does that mean if I sit on Andreas's lap, he's now my chair?
Yes.
Huh?
What do you
Andreas, would you care to comment? If I sit on your lap, do you turn into a chair? Emma is nodding. But I disagree because that's obviously not a chair.
Well then, inorganic surfaces that are being sat on by an animal or a human are considered chairs.
Okay, but how is a chair the same thing as a table?
Because both of them can be sat on. And
Okay.
for instance, you can eat stuff on a chair.
But
as
you can
well.
sit on
use-
anything.
But you can use a chair as a table.
But you can sit on anything, so
Okay.
you can sit on anything.
However-
Emma here is pointing out the definition of a chair,
But I
which,
think it's
despite being a
inaccurate.
good point, we've already fought over this repeatedly. According to Wikipedia, a chair is a type of seat typically designed for one person and consisting of one or more legs, a flat seat, and a backrest.
Yourself.
Here is the issue.
Yourself.
Let's say, typically designed for one person,
Why are you looking through my
is the human body not designed
Did you email yourself?
typically for one person?
Yourself.
It is true.
Furthermore, do we usually not have one or more
And
legs?
does it also have to be 4 legs?
Don't you already have the
I
That's
saw
true.
chairs with 3
Here
legs.
it says one or more legs.
How do you have
A
a
flat
one-legged chair?
seat, a one-legged chair. It's the, for example, the chairs
yeah,
that turn.
it's the chairs that turn.
You know when you sit on a
That's
spinny
not
chair.
one-legged. That's a chair, and then there's several legs
But
coming
it's
out of the chair.
No,
no,
if you
it's still not 4-legged.
if you-
it's more
if you
than
have a
4,
chair that has, like,
or
a
less than
base,
4, it's in that
You have a
definition is
two-legged chair.
inaccurate.
Show
you
me
have
a
a two-legged.
chair.
I mean, it would be the same concept. It would just be 2 sticks and then bases at the bottom.
But that would not balance. Show me a two-legged chair.
It would.
I can
If
right now.
if the 2 legs were like in the ground.
But then it would tip forward. Like if I had
No,
the
it wouldn't.
chair like this, no, mom,
For starters, you could have this for very, very boring workout.
but that would not balance.
It does.
But what I'm
balance.
thinking more of
Like my stomach.
is perhaps this sort of thing.
I think my stomach doesn't like apples.
Legs that, for example,
But
can
that's
lead to different.
4 legs. Do you not see 1, 2, 3?
No,
things?
these are obvious loops.
Yeah, but loops means that there's still 4 things coming out of the chair.
Obviously wrong.
I think you're obviously wrong right now.
But to picture it, imagine a one-legged chair, right? Now just add another leg with. When I think of a one-legged chair, I think of the base of the chair.
And
The base.
The center.
Then out of the center of the base comes out the
The stick.
You own
the stick.
it.
The stick
That's
is
right.
erected, if you will.
Do
And then
Oh
the
my god.
it is erected, if
Okay,
you
so
will.
only get
And then the chair, the sitting device,
Yeah, looks right.
the device on which one sits, is put on top of the foot, right?
Multiply it.
On
Yeah.
top of the leg. If you were to
Yes.
put
Yes.
a second leg, it would just be the
Unless
same
you did-
concept.
However, I think adding inorganic to the definition.
That's the first
No,
question.
because
Would a
then
chair
it's
a chair
then
needs
it's
to
a-
have more than one leg? More than one leg. It
Yeah.
has to have legs. No, it can
think
have
going
one
to
leg,
the
but it
back.
can't have 0 legs. If it has 0 legs, it's just a sleigh. Okay?
It's just a surface area.
If you no, but think about this. If you take a sleigh, right, and you put, well, people are gonna think we're talking about like Santa's sleigh. And I'm thinking, you know, the sleighs you when you go ocking, when it's not like they're sort of like little things you sit on. Those things, those are obviously not chairs. However, if you put a few legs on it, would it not be a chair? Exactly. Therefore, a chair. If a chair does not have legs, it becomes a
Well,
sleigh.
we can also agree that it needs to be inorganic because if I sat on Emma right now, she wouldn't necessarily become. a
She wouldn't survive.
What? Well, I mean, that's one part of the equation, but wait. But if she wouldn't survive, that means she's inorganic. and
No, she would
does that-
still be organic.
Oh yeah, she would still be.
She would still. So it has to be inorganic.
So it has to be inorganic to be a chair.
A chair cannot be made out of flesh. Is what we're getting.
No.
You know, I'm glad we agree on that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really glad we agree on that.
However, if we think like really twisted reality, right?
Let's not. This has to go for our cast,
Okay.
by the way.
Okay. Fine. Let's go.
So, we know a chair has to be inorganic, right? It has to be made out of inorganic materials. I suppose you can. Okay.
Has to have at least
The
one
main
leg.
components of the chair, which we still have to define, have to be inorganic. You can have leather on it, or like you can have leather. You can have like wool on it, or whatever. I'm not. I think wool is organic, whatever it is. You need to have something. You can. The main components of the chair have to be inorganic.
Yeah, the
like
base is
plastic,
has to
metal,
be
something like
inorganic.
Furthermore, there has to be more than one leg.
Yes.
I mean, there can be one leg or more.
There needs to be
but
at least
no-
one leg present. in
No
the chair.
less than 0 legs. You can
No.
have 0.5 legs. That's fine.
Yes.
As long as long as it's not 0 legs. Oh boy.
Is it possible to be allergic to apple?
Possible.
Yes.
My brother's allergic to apples, actually.
Are you real?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. He's allergic to a bunch of fruits.
apples make him
Speaking of
do.
allergies. Now.
Okay.
Okay.
Either way.
Now relating
Oh my
to
God,
the
wait. Andres.
relating to the issue of chairs.
It's in those.
A chair needs to. We've defined that a chair has to. It's the main components of a chair have to be inorganic, made of an inorganic material, and has to have more than 0 legs. How would a chair have negative legs? Like -1 legs.
The pole would go through the chair.
Emma, would you want to contribute to this
Look,
conversation?
I'm going to work.
Verbally
I'm
explain
just
what
gonna
you just
ignore
did.
This stuff. I'm going
That's
to see.
okay.
I'm going to
That's
try it again.
Okay.
No, I think I got the correct definition.
Well, what's correct?
It's what?
What? Is wood organic?
No, wood is inorganic.
Is wood inorganic? Emma, you're a researcher. Can you find out if wood is inorganic?
Okay,
Emma, don't cry, please.
You know this back kind of like a support right
Backrest,
here, right? The backrest. The
It's not
position
necessary.
of the legs in relation to the backrest determines whether it's -1 legs or plus leg.
Excuse me?
Look, if I put this leg right here, that would be -1 leg.
Yeah, if the leg is
Because
pointing
it
up.
goes
No, but
the
if you turn
wrong
the chair
way.
upside down, then the legs are still pointing down, and you can.
No,
still
but
see.
it's because it's in the relation of the.
Okay,
back.
we can come back to this.
No.
No, but I want to touch on the wood thing. Wood
Okay.
is a natural organic material, according to Natural Organic Material and Overview, Science Direct Topics. Which means that perhaps we're wrong. Maybe it can be, the base can be made of an organic material.
Okay, it can be, but it can't be made of a living material.
Sure. We cannot,
It
the
will
chair
make a
cannot
out of
be
something
alive,
that's living,
is what we're
yes.
getting at. Okay.
The
We've
chair
defined,
needs to be dead.
we have defined that the materials cannot be made of a living organism. They cannot be alive. And it has to have more than 0 legs. Now,
Does it need
Building
to
on
have
that.
a backrest?
you see, here's the thing. Emma says yes, and I sort of agree.
It's not.
Because if it doesn't, it's a, yeah, it's a stool.
I'm going on a new page.
Like, if it's a stool, it's obviously not a chair.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Stools aren't chairs. We can agree on that.
So
That's
it needs to have a
perfect.
backrest.
Yeah.
Which means then we can use the definition of -1 legs in relation to the position of the backrest.
No. No, but that wouldn't. No, I disagree because if the legs were pointing up, it would just be an upside down stool.
No, because the backrest would be pointing in the same direction as the legs, which makes it -1.
No. But
I hate that.
like if you had the chair right, and the legs were instead pointing up, like on the same side as the backrest, it would just be an upside down stool. Upside down stools are just.
No,
poorly
but do
made
you see
chairs.
where the backrest is?
Yeah, it's here.
So
But if
the
you
legs
move-
are
if you
pointing
move
in the same
chairs, If
direction.
you move the legs over to
Yes.
this side,
Yeah, but
is what you're saying. That would be negative, right?
yes.
But I'm saying it would just be an upside down stool with an ass rest.
No, because
How
the
not?
ass rest. No, because look where the backrest is, right?
Okay, yeah, back rest.
If I take out this leg right here and put it somewhere here, it automatically makes it a -1 leg.
How so? Is it just an upside down
Because-
stool?
Because look, the relation of this back seat to this leg is that it has to be, how would I put it mathematically? Let's say this is a
They have to be on
triangle.
opposite
Make
sides.
2 triangles right now from this, right?
They have to be on opposite sides. Is what we're getting at.
Yes. So let's, for the theoretical purpose, say
Yeah,
that
yeah,
these 2 triangles are the exact same, right?
Yeah.
Meaning that if we have
We will be accompanying this with
if
perfectly
this
drawn
angle
diagrams
right
and everything
here,
we're
if
talking
this
about.
angle right here is 30 degrees, this angle right here also needs to be 30 degrees. So when you take away this thing and put it on top right here, the relation of this to this changes, making it -1 legs.
Yeah, but the backrest and the legs are their own thing. They're not necessarily.
No, but they are related. In order to find out whether it's -1 legs or +1, it needs to be related to
Okay,
each
but the angle, the position of the legs might be negative. However, the chair, why would the leg itself be negative?
No, but I think that's
No,
just
if it were negative, would it exist as a material? Would it not be more so deleting something?
No, because that would be subtracting,
Okay, look
not
at that. Now
necessarily
they equal.
minus going into negative numbers.
But that
This
is
is
what
how I
negative
do
is. It's just adding a negative number. When you subtract
I got
something,
the
you add a
ball.
negative number.
True. I mean, if
Like,
that's what you're
If we
asking
add a
for,
negative,
that I could
if we
cancel
added
out
a
all the
negative
over
leg
threes,
to this
and then
chair,
I just
then we
What would
would
happen?
take one out. True. That is what you're.
That means we would have.
That's what I did.
Okay,
Instead of
okay,
this,
we're getting
I went
somewhere.
from
This
here to
this
here,
chair has 4
and
legs.
then this I
And if we
expanded
added
to
a
this
negative
over
one,
3,
it would have 3 legs.
and then
Yeah.
they were all over
Okay,
3 because I
I
made
can
them
I
on this
see
side
where
by
we're
3.
getting it.
Then
This
I
is
could
not
cancel
turned
all
up
the
to us,
threes
by the way.
and
They can't hear us properly.
However,
Yes.
you understand?
let us think about this, right? Because your concept is completely correct. I will give you that. However,
But you're
if you want to have
confused
a
about- you're
chair
not confused
that
about the
has
induction, you're confused about the
-1
algebra.
legs,
Andreas.
Okay.
you
Because you did
need to
this is the
take
induction
it
step.
into the consideration that
induction
it needs
step
to
is
be
when you put
related to
this
one
into
part
here.
or the other of the chair.
This is the induction.
Okay.
When
You
you
can't
put this
take
side
out something that's
into
not
this
there
side
anymore.
because
But
they're
here's what I
equal here.
disagree
And then,
with.
like,
I see
this,
your point
because you put your
100%.
n equals k
However,
into
I
your n
disagree
equals
that
k plus one
the
step.
leg is necessarily related to the
Let's actually
background.
let's
That's
suppose
the induction step.
that
And-
in the place of a
Yeah,
leg,
this here, this is all
there is
algebra.
now a -1 leg. That's, for example, okay. But let's
Okay,
suppose, right,
squared,
that we have no
6
legs on
and a
this
half,
chair
and
right
3.
here, and we have a stick of,
so I
for
got
example,
onto
plasma,
here.
Yeah, you go into
perfectly
here.
formed
This,
as a
you
leg.
didn't decide that.
In order
is the other
to take
side.
out
This is the
that
other
plasma,
side.
you would need to
It's-
put in a
You
normal
have to do
chair
both
leg.
sides.
You
So
lose
actually,
one,
it would be
and then
like
if
if
you
I
put
continue
another
with
one,
the other
you
side.
have one
Yes.
leg on the
It
chair.
would be.
Yes. Yes. This is
I'm not
the
understanding what you mean.
way. You
But
did
imagine-
this
Does
five
this
times
mean
three.
like
This
kind
chair
of
has
solid?
no legs
did-
right now.
Okay.
But instead, it has a
Yeah,
stick
because
made
this
of
is-
plasma, somehow
this
in the
is
perfect
algebra.
position, looking like a
It
like.
doesn't
But
matter how
plasma
you
isn't
do
a thing, it's a
like
state
even
of
if I
matter.
like
Sure,
if I
but
keep
just
all of
think
these
of it,
sides
right?
over 3, then I
And
end
in
up with
order
this over
to
3, this over 3, this over
neutralize
3,
it,
and it's still
then you
equal.
drop it.
Basically,
Yeah.
delete it. Okay, imagine it's a black hole, right? To delete
There's a
that
black hole under my
hole,
chair.
you need
But you
to
know
put
how to
in
do it.
No, I don't.
another
But
like
you did the
another
induction, the rest
chair
is
leg.
algebra.
Once you put it in, both of these
Same
things delete, and then if you put in another,
Do this one.
you have
But
a
that
one
doesn't make
chair
sense.
leg.
9
It's like I would understand if there was a negative leg and you added a
It was a
leg,
different time.
it would
And
be
then-
deleted.
Yeah,
It's not a
no.
sequence.
If you added a leg, then that actual leg gets deleted, and if you added another, then you have one leg on the chair.
Wait, no, I'm thinking
That's what
something here.
I'm
I'm thinking something here.
C.
Do we necessarily
I will do.
do we necessarily think the backrest and the thing have to be proportional to each other and not proportional?
No, it doesn't
but,
have to be
but what I'm saying is, what if it's not the backrest we're thinking
might
of?
have
We're
a
just thinking of
little
the whole upper region, the opposite side of the chair, right? So what I'm thinking here is, if a chair has a negative leg here, if it has, let's say it has one leg,
Yes.
and then we add a negative leg, to it, and that leg disappears, it's zero.
Yeah, true.
And then if we add another negative leg, what happens? Does the leg pop up here, or does a void form at the bottom?
A void forms at the bottom. That's what I was saying. And then in order to glue up that void, you need another chair leg, right? So you put it in the void, you glue it up, and then you put another chair leg to actually get one chair leg.
Okay, so we can agree that they can have like negative legs, but the negative
Okay.
legs are like the void, right?
Okay.
It's basically the void.
Okay, I see.
Done.
I see. So if we threw a chair with no legs into space, it would have infinite amount of legs
No.
because it's in the void of space.
Infinite amount of negative legs.
Yeah, infinite amount of negative legs.
Yes.
I'm calling
Okay,
Gabriel.
it's good that we can agree on that.
Dude, no, what she's doing.
What?
She has the insane look.
Anyways, that would mean that the chair, which let's say it's C, belongs to the set of negative integers if it is in space. Actually, I don't even know if it will be negative integers. I think it would be just a set of all negative numbers.
I didn't listen to what you just said, but you're probably damn right.
Okay, what I'm saying is, let's say that C stands for chair, right?
Yeah.
And if we put it into space, that is one
right.
of the,
This looks right.
let's say, conditions that need to be met for C to belong to a set of infinite negative integers.
Next time we're talking about hamsters crouching, alright.
Yes, we are.
Okay, continue.
But am I true though?
I understand. Yeah. I understand what you're trying to
wrote
say.
Yes.
this, right? This
So we
is
can
that
actually
9
turn chairs
k
into a math
equals-
equation now that I'm thinking about
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And then
Chairs
you
are
can
mathematical.
Chairs are very mathematical.
Okay, we can use the
We're
words.
theorizing
minus
here,
1,
but
right?
for the sake of
Right,
theory,
We can use the words
Plus 1.
sounds about okay and
sounds
not cringe.
reasonable
And then what do you do?
or sounds unreasonable.
No, what are you
Sounds
doing?
based
No.
or doesn't sound based.
Unless you have your
Because we're
equation,
based
this
in
equation,
reality.
right? And 9k equals it.
Okay,
So you
so we agree.
replace just the
Wait, back to like
9K with
defining a
this.
chair.
Times 9.
Legs,
Like
And this is then
Back.
72C
Holder.
plus
it needs a back, yes, because otherwise it's a store.
surface
And
area.
we didn't define what the material.
Inorganic.
No, it can't be alive. It can be
It
organic.
can't be
And
alive.
then with
It
this
can
you
be
can
organic.
take out 8.
It can be organic. It can't be
And
alive.
then this is divisible by 8. because
And
this
that would
is
also
divisible
make
by
a human
Yes.
not a chair because they don't have 4 legs.
Exactly.
Actually, no, but it needs to be.
No, because it wouldn't.
Yeah.
It would be a lie. So it wouldn't make them. A man would not be a chair.
It needs to be able to be balanced. It needs to be. It needs to levitate
Yes.
because of the way the legs are holding. And if you try
Does
to
class
sit,
start at 35?
yeah.
Okay, we're good.
And if we try to sit on a human that's sitting like this, for example, they
Yeah,
would
someone
tip
that's
over.
squatting. You couldn't sit on someone that's squatting. They wouldn't be a chair.
They would not be.
Bye. Therefore, people
have-
can't be chairs.
Officially determine the actual definition.
But is
of
that
a
really
chair.
different? But it needs to have a backrest.
Yes.
Does that make a sofa chair?
No.
Why not?
They have armrests.
But that sofa doesn't have an armrest. Is that a chair?
Yes.
It is.
I think
Sofas are chairs.
And chairs.
But I disagree. Sofas can't be chairs.
Maybe it's the cushion.
The cushion.
Whether there is cushion or not.
No, but there's some chairs that have cushions. They have like nice little seating things that aren't actually that
I
good.
suppose that's true. Okay, so we can. Okay, if you have average average measurements of a human, if the chair's measurements are twice or 3 times as much as the measurements of an average human, it makes it a sofa.
Okay, however, if I brought that sofa over here right there, the one that's completely covered in cushions and red, and I made it just the right size to be considered a chair by that definition, would that not be a chair?
That would be a chair.
But then it obviously wouldn't be a chair, it's just a little sofa.
First of all, it would tip over because there is no 2 other legs supporting it.
No, you would put another, like, I'm talking about...
But if we put 2 other legs and we take out a piece of sofa that looks exactly like a chair and meets all the expectations, then it is, by all means and purposes, a chair.
Okay. What I'm saying is, if we can confuse a sofa, a small sofa and a chair, I think our definition is incomplete.
That
I
might
think
be
there
true.
needs to be something that's missing.
So they should join us on part 2 of this adventure.
I completely agree. Coming next week or whenever we decide to record the second part.
If you want to see the podcast, if you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon next to it.
And leave comments because we need those. Leave comments saying exactly what you would like to see and how we can make this podcast better. Because we need these for a school project. Please, I beg of you, please.
Indeed.
Anyway, share with your friends and we'll see you next time.